Hello everyone, I am the Plane Shifter fading into the universe of Final Fantasy XIV, and he is Lahee Eshkree. And today, it's time for shenanigans. I think I've spent enough time in this place. It's good to take the mind out of things for some time. I guess I'll step into Ul'dah and see what is happening over there. It is good that the passage to Ul'dah from here is actually free. So, citizens, any interesting thing happening? The rise and fall of gentlemen. An old acquaintance of Weemond is at wit's end, and the businessmen would have you help her. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Lahee, since half the whispers that come my way relate to your comings and goings. Yeah, I've been doing stuff. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? Before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildibrand? Can't say I did. Have you heard of Hildibrand before? No. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildibrand and his assistant had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot, and for sussing out culprits. Well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road, 5 years ago he gets it in his head that he is cracked the code of Messiah's 7th verse. Dalamud, the calamity, all of it can be stopped, he says, so long as he finds the hero of prophecy. And wouldn't you know it, the hero is Hildibrand himself. So he flies off towards Dalamud. Oh yeah, that's right, he flew. Launches himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he's got to come back down, though it was only recently that we found his body. I had a reason for bringing this up. Right. So, Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she is at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitively not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lend her a hand. As for where to find her, he's like to visit Hildibrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she is frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Alright. How the heck did he launch himself into the bloody moon? Well, I guess if I talk to Nashu, I might figure that one out. But for now, to Camp Drybone. Hey, Ron. Who needs ramps? Not us. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me? Well, yes. Got a tip that you might need help. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. I heard he at least tried. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Spectre to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. How he did that. But then he came back down and he... Oh. I guess I'm about to figure that out. This is all a joke. A big, funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now you burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you followed, huh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildibrand Munderville, beloved son. They say no one remembers the warriors of light, their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, gentleman hero Hildibrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinary, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader. A head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, we all need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him, but now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Tunneling, you might find them, and then you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. I feel like I missed half of the plan. I've never tried making friends with a zombie, but I don't see why it would be hard. Just moan, groan, and pretend to be dead. I can't, I need to breathe. Yeah. What happened with the sword and shield? Well, I guess I can make inquiries of my own later. Let's check these dapper zombies. Oh, the fate has just begun. Nice. A band of zombies has been exhibiting uncharacteristically civilized behavior of late, which is greatly unnerved the people of Tunneling. Dispatch the dapper undead to the benefit of the living. This time I didn't forget the carbon cow. Well. What are they trying to do? Are they flexing? You have nothing to do with this, Mamoja. You're not Mamoja. You are a Mauja. Sorry. I confused my jazz. Did he say something? Indeed, I'm neither a gentleman nor a zombie. Well, I may be a gentleman. I don't know, sometimes I'm pretty rude. I need to work on that. What is it that I have this? Written upon this map of the Sagoli Desert is a flamboyant, flowing hand are the words, "A gentleman is harder than those." I wonder if I should know something about this. Back to the Lich Yard, I guess. Boy, I was so freaking lucky that the fate was there. We could have been in for a wait. Like, having quests that depends on fate. I think this is the only one. Maybe there were more on the game, but waiting for fate is that spawn randomly can be problematic. I know there are some repeatable quests that requires you to do fates. I don't repeat them. Did you find the zombies? You did! That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me. You see. So tell me, what did you learn? Do you know anything about this? Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marker here in the south. And look, there's something written here. A gentleman is harder than those. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward, to the Sagoli! Onward to where I was before, I guess. Kinda. More zombies. This one seems less weird. Let's not pester them unnecessarily. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy though. I say we call out to them and let them know we're coming peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. Well, might kind of try, right? I'll go wither the real rose blooms. That didn't seem to work. Maybe you should try shouting something else? Well, okay. Well, a gentleman is harder than us. Could be a code. Ah! Ah! Who summons the gentle dead man? Deadpan zombie. They leave! They leave! They leave and we hunger. I think I can deal with them. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his quests. Yeah. Nice balance. Spare this fine gentleman and fairlander your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear and obey. It is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand. I guess the stories of your demise were greatly exaggerated. And probably all the rest of it. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Stormblood, devoter of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire. What are you saying? You are not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector. Inspector? Overlord? Inspector? Overlord? Oh, Inspector, you're just confused, that is all. Don't you worry, I'll knock some sense back into your noggin of yours. Wait. Are those bombs? Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concoctive force of the blast is more than like to liquefy my... If crashing to the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. Wait. See? Even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... What? Nashu... No. Have I just witnessed murder? No, I didn't. Good. What? Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me! Inspector Hildibrand remembers me! Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. I might be able to help you with that. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, have awoken at last. And you got the lucky of finding the gentlest zombies ever. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. Did you have a reckoning with Bahamut? And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admirers? Oh, but what is this fine tinkling sensation in my arm? 'Tis ringing in my ears. 'Tis dizziness. Could it be a case? Phoenix down. The billowy plumage of the fledgling phoenix, a legendary bird that upon each fiery death is said to rise from its own ashes in a literal blaze of glory. When placed upon the body of one who is incapacitated, it will instantly revive the person. While some cultures insist that the tail feathers restorative properties trump those of the down, these claims have yet to be proven in any sort of scientific capacity. Amazing, isn't he? He wasn't dead. He was just badly injured and needed to hibernate. I didn't even know people could do that. I don't think they can, actually. And what happened? Back in the saddle. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildibrand from his true calling. Verily, it will be not else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly tongues are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat, and this ugly desert. I bet my life on it. Not exactly difficult to come to the conclusion, which means who dies but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizen. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Alright. What happened over there? Which way did he go? Lahee, did you see? Oh dear, I've got to find him. And change my outfit too. He went to there. He said that. We should do the same. Let's see, has anyone seen him? Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of the deviant running about town dressed in rags? Yes. Do you look like a reporter for the Metro Eye? I do not consort with perverts. I don't think he's a pervert, just... He needs help. And a change of clothes. Mostly a change of clothes. Well, he is here. What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander with what likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. But if he managed to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. Me mate's pa cousin kid's best friend lost his blade to the other day to that bastard. What duelist? Sorry lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Weemond. The only rumors I've heard about those are those about a weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist or so I hear, but when you don't allow your opponent to refuse, well... I think I'm dealing with two mysteries at the same time here. What's this duelist thing going on? I take it you've dealt with the zombie problem, huh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Hildibrand is involved. Weimond! Hey, Weimond! Thou I might bugger me with bleeding spear. The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Oda. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which, begs the question. How in the seven hells did you survive that fall? I'm wondering the same. Why, question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring the thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling to that fellow's current whereabouts. Sorry, my belly's weird today. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe that ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Weimond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden, what said her most... This Nav assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Oh, why, if it isn't the gentleman from the Sagoli? A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you two seek the belligerent duelist. Capital! It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Alright, the spirit of a competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away! Damn it, Hildy, I ain't told you the last name yet. You know, he's a bit too full of energy to be dead anyway. So, let's get this duelist case sorted out then. After her own heart. Wymond believes it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildibrand with his investigation. Well, Lahee, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with inspecting... Inspector. Good luck with inspecting, Spectre. Alright. To the Weavers Guild. Well, she's dressed in yellow. My beloved poor heart was unlike anyone you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, the agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall score all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you this far to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Coliseum, I realized it was gone. So, the time and location of the theft are unknown. Essential details, without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fifth full-day excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. You're coming? What monsters would steal my pure heart? No idea. But I heard the duelist challenges for duels and don't allow you to say no or something like that. I wonder if we are on the wrong track here. Or maybe he doesn't care. Oh, I don't know. Are you sure this is going to help? Stay vigilant, Nashu. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of a man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Coliseum and see what you remember. The Coliseum. That creature's looking at me funny. Huh. They are a bit conspicuous. Where could my pure heart be? Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling at that day and was debating which match to observe, when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback, whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendously sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 scar pounds, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 pounds? Miss Moon, you're a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There's sure a lot of giant crates in Oda. At the Waver's Guide, at some silk tapestries, and here too. What is this pose? Stand back! I'm on the verge of unraveling this mystery. I must be allowed to focus. Oh, sorry about that then. Where could my pure heart be? Hope nobody sneaks out of this. These crates are everywhere, Lahee. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course! I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It will be fun! Nashu's delight. Many cope with grief by taking up a new pursuits, such as travel or exercise. Nashu shows the study of explosives. Are you sure it's a good idea to keep this to do this in the middle of the city? Anyway. These are conspicuous crates. And there are conspicuous people there. Ugh, oh gods, have mercy! Wow, there were people in there. I guess that explains the breathing and... Oh, isn't that Yellow Moon's pure heart, Inspector? Oh, Inspector, look! At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as I shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man, resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness. He carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moons of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found the pure heart. The strange man sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moons is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm, and should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts all this time. You've been stalking me. What nerve! As a unbridled flourishes righteous indignation, we should be glad to accept the goddess' punishment. Goddess? Devotees? Ah, but of course. I thought I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rush of weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Huh? Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Metro Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you, with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... where in the bloody house do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. First time. Well, these are interesting people, to say the least. Wait, I can just do this, and I don't need to be on this time. I don't think anybody will be talking to me for... Having no other recourse, Ellie would instead tell you the identity of the victim. Filtered water? What is this? Reward. The Immaculate Deception. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. I want to get to the bottom of this duelist thing. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Interesting. Well, to the Golden Bazaar. Humphrey, I presume? I'm Humphrey, and you are? I'm investigating the duelist. Do you have anything to report about this? At last, I've caught up to you. You there, young sir? I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me? A victim? Ha ha ha, how amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, it is nothing compared to what I faced at Cardinal. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us, stuck in the middle with Master Low. We were core. He was a dab hand with the old magic, he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there is a limit of how many giant beasties a man can. That man is no warrior of light. Tell Ten, Eleazar. Tell Ten how he lost and surrendered the sword that was not his own. Liar, scoundrel. I trusted that bastard with me father's blade, bid him take it to the smithy for restoration, even gave him guilt to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, ye bleeding whoreson. Look at me. Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've got bald from distress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you will face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Explanations, please. Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the oadsman's sword. I used the guild to pay the chirurgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. Alright. Oh, no. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making? You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? You have got a good point there. We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Well, yeah, helping this guy helped the old man. Do all inspectors dress like that? I've never met one before, so I don't know what to expect. He could use a change of clothes. That blade was a rare and ancient relic. I can't possibly think he'll recover it so easily. We can start by trying to figure out where they are. That boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Eorzea of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. May not be the most honorable solution, but perhaps you should consider giving Eorzea a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Yeah, I'd rather try to find the real thing before going to such lengths. Eorzea swords wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. What are you doing here? Hey. Hey, you are acting mighty suspicious, you know? Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. The traveling merchant Jojompa is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Jojompa, you'll say? Alright. Jojompa, I presume? What would you know about a relic sword? I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any words I determine to be of dubious origins I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Tribone. Although I have no sword for sale at the present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I'm loath to deceive an honorable man like Eorzea, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the most convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Alley. Like me, I say research the spring first before declaring out to be lost. Forgive me, I couldn't contain myself no longer. What kind of fool parades about in an outfit like that? Was he some sort of mummer? He was some sort of zombie. At least he thought he was. This is a weird day, I gotta admit. And I've dealt with Gotest, White Scent. It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water, not without first coating it with my liberal application of salamander oil. That is, indeed, on many occasions my dearest mother intended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Well, if there's no problem in doing so. Salamander oil. A thick stick oil collected from the underbelly of a river-dwelling salamander. The body is but an instrument in occasional need of oiling. So come, my friend, come and oil me up. Ah, this comforting scent, as though as I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil in my aching flesh. What? What? Well. The pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. I guess it got in a wound. Yeah. First aid is not my forte. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods, yes, Sudlust. My muscles slacken and soften, the warmth spreads, and the pain becomes pleasure. What have I got myself into? Right there, yes! Keep doing that. Just like that, just like... Oh, yes! Now, once more, with feeling. This is the weirdest thing I have had to do so far. And I started this quest because I had visions of an elder serpent god of some sorts. I've talked directly to Heidelin. I fought Void Scent. I defeated Chaos Van Balthazar. I've dealt with cultists. Never before have I received such splendid administrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good man. I regret everything. What do we have here? A completely useless and unremarkable rock. Come now. What are you expecting? A rock that keeps girls away? I spy with my inspector eye. And what is this? Irrelevant potsherd. Well, at least you didn't pick up a rock at random like some people. And what is this? Worthless bottle. This is not the sword you're looking for. Found a bunch of I found a bunch of things, but the pointiest thing I found is a broken pot. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? No sign of the shortage of Chumpa mentioned, I see. Ah! Yeah, okay. Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Oh, did something cause you to... Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had to search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Phew! Inspector, it is bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Oda and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you were there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eorzea as well. The newest, most potent blend if you can find. It's not wonderful, my friend? Soon now of Eorzea's woes will be no more. He was the owner of the sword. He probably would notice it's a counterfeit. This is not gonna end well. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. This is common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought you a change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met at Pure Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case. What? And Inspector? Inspector Hildibrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pin her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He is daring you to stop him. Huh. We got a showbolter. A challenge for me! Oh, at last the curtain rises! Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. Huh? I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, accept your challenge. He's incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally something. Core Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing. Hildibrand. This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Challenge accepted, my word opponent. You shall not. With my, let us call it that is, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel me with weapons, not wits? This being hardly appropriate for such an epic battle. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried in the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of reminded me of, no, it's gone. Never mind. Never change, Nashu. What the heck's going on here? What's going on outside? I might need a Mauja. Okay. Gotta help. And there's more. Okay, that problem is solved. The science of deduction. Ellie wishes to share her latest discoveries with you. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target? It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The Treaty Blade is a part of a Nishigardhian noble's collection. Or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by a Udon collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I should not investigate her. And should the duelist strike while I'm present, well, I hope I needn't to explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I'm also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tootsie in Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you'd like. Isn't the flowers at Camp Drybone supposed to be for offerings to the dead? Huh. Does she like the Mayan lilies? I guess a florist must vary their repertoire if they want to keep in business down. I had a feeling you couldn't resist the pull of a good story. Since you're here, why don't you choose the Altic Lavender there to buy? Just a second. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? It was you? Have you gone mad? That was an Amauja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amauja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you are going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sakes, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's skin, he knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You too, he is all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. I don't look like Hildibrand. At least he's competent, but when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildibrand, don't you think? Indeed. I try not to think about Hildibrand. You know, we could try to do that together. We should get going. Late Durilda will not take kindly for wilted flowers. Roger that. Do I have it on me? I do. I'll take lavender. A fragrant variety of lavender rarely found in the arid lowland regions of Tanolan. Oh, I can use this. I believe you have something to present to Lady Durilda. Go on then. Again, as I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Did you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect? What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, unchanging. Like mine. Now, get out. Forgive us, Lady Durilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools. I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes? I read the Miltrio eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it's none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I'll have him seized or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Is he who I think he is? Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now, look on my peerless interlopers and despair. I was afraid of that. Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and the gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. Good sir, what brings you here? Are you coming in pursuit of the duelist as well? Or perchance, in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single jewel on an insufferable, incompetent... To be fair, you are not spending a single jewel on me. Oh, so that's the expected inspector. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry, I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Briardian, Consulting Inspector. At your service, my lady. Conniving Inspector? Consulting Inspector. Rotting Flesh and Saltpeter. Hildibrand, Manderville, and Nashumakaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Tell me when you've finished with these wastrels. You see, I do not want or need your help. Briardian is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you. Where have you been, Maria? And where is my vase? There was this strange flying thing, and the vase, I dropped it in the water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the royal house of Thorn. Do you have an idea how much it was worth? You go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? Yes, you do, Karen. My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect, at which point you gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it's a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. We can hear you, you know that? Not when spoken aloud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? I'd be scared of that face too. I picked up the vase in Yoda, like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone. But so was the vase. I think I dropped it into Nafika's wells. I went to go and look, but there were scary looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together. Look for the vase. All 5 of us. I'll follow you. I'm going after Inspector Briardian. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Maria dear, listen. If it gets dangerous or if you feel afraid, you run to the adventure for help, understand? Yeah, that's for the best. Out! I have forthcoming appointments with my very prestigious guests, and I will suffer your presence no longer. You know what? I also will suffer your presence no longer. Gotta help that girl. What kind of mother sent her daughter alone in a errand with beasts about? People these days, I'll tell you. Is that a green chicken? What are you doing here? Pox upon that thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know not of what you... Ah! Cursed this infernal fuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. It won't let me until I think the game expected me to do this in a specific order. With big dude in red. Oh, come on. Okay. I'll do this big dude before. I'll resume the search. Okay. Annoyances. Come on, I can totally go through the bottom of this. A vase? Well, anything that falls in the water is likely to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. Problems with a winged beast. Why I have a premonition that I might meet said beast. That girl who what run by earlier? Aye, I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get to good look, but I reckon it doesn't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. Maybe not. I did see something by that weird dude's feet. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Dorida over? Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand will think of something. Oh, but I already have! My faithful assistant, hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. What dilemma? It's broken. We put it together. But first, we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. Don't make me oil you again. Not gonna help? How could I have been so careless? Why does this feel so familiar? I have a inkling. Precious potsherd. All the Sultan's chocobos and all the Sultan's men couldn't put this vase back together again. Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. I found 4 of them. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all. He who? What manner of solution can he have? The vase looks to be beyond all hope to me. Well, On one way to now. The hammer. A shattered and tweaked face will not deter Inspector Hildibrand from his mission. There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing the vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man's no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once, a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Utah, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. Once a shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck, for the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the gold cart. The brass plates never learned who was the responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief, who kept muttering the words, "The hammer! The hammer!" He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does, and I do so enjoy the company of a dangerous man. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and this is my companion, Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many months since I last saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Kill. I give you leave to call me Kill. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most likely to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Tunneling. It is there that I shall begin our search. Hildy, Greg. Well, a lot easier than Hildibrand. Or Gilgamesh. Also, I don't need to call him money. Oh boy, this place. If a dumpling become a zombie, would that make it a zombling or a dombie? You keep asking the correct questions. What is this in his head? The dumpling's wounds indicated to us fell with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints led to the north. I don't think it's been that long. Maybe whoever did it is still around. Defending himself, probably. This goldsmith is not to be trifled with. The hammer is lodged in his head. That was a heck of a strike. Why would he abandon the hammer though? The basilic's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of blood footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. Did it break the hammer too? Fantastic. How many hammers this guy has? His handwork is unmistakable. The corpus is still quite warm. Oh, so he's close. The doubling the basilisk, the Harryman, our is slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken. That chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. So this chimera, it's either a boss fate here that requires a group of people to defeat, or an actual trial that requires 8 people to defeat. And now it's just 3 heads lying weirdly in the ground. Alas, it comes to this. Till every further fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What? What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance. I don't want to know what this dance is, I guess. I'm a Manderville man, doing what only a Manderville can. The peaks of Cortes to Tunnel and Manderville man. My eyes, they hurt. So does my ears. I cannot avert mine eyes. It's weirdly hypnotic. That's the dance of House Manderville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our curry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretchen my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead, though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family traditions. I must bequeath to you the Manderville. You have learned the emote Manderville dance. Hammer. 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 Well, this one required 3 strikes. Wow. Okay. What manner of man can be summoned only through dance? Are you really going to do the Manderville? Oh, I can't wait. I can. Let's wait. Manderville man. The time has come for you to do what only a Manderville man can. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of the House Manderville. Now you misuse that knowledge. Go to the falling chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. I shall maintain my distance for now, but fear not. Should aught go awry, I will fly to your side at once. Okay. At least I'm very tall, so it should make myself easier to see. Let's do this. Fancy yourself a Manderville man? You would do what only a Manderville can? Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Manderville man. I think it's working. Here comes. Sir, aren't you missing something? Ho ho ho! You have naught to fear of me. Not at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbird. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? But more importantly, how in the hell did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? Yeah, he did mention he broke family tradition. But he was... By the grace of Tao, what sorcery is this? He yet lives! Holy... Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville! 10 years, Hildibrand. 10 years since you left home, and 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son? You are Hildy's father? Godbert the goldsmith's a Munderville man, submitting as only a Munderville can. Fire him up and give him a 10. Fit for a Munderville man. Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. I see some things run in the family. This Antiquivice must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria. Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. Well, he's good. Hold your applause until the end. By God, guide my hammer. So a little bit of lore on the 12. Bargot is the god of crafting. Ooh, what a cleanup. Look how it sparkles in the twilight, how it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it's a work of art? You've completely destroyed La Princess Antiquity's historical value. Nonsense, I have taken a unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that's not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too, innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you had put away the strings. No matter, you will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, father, and I can be naught else. Mr. Godbert, sir, I don't think my mother is going to like what you did. She's probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help you with the investigation. We cannot say for certain, can we? Mayhaps you will take a liking to this reimagining. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. We were to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skill against his. Enkidu as well, I should think. I see, you two possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad I am to have met you, Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me, I shall follow anon. Good luck, Craig. Well, that was some dance. But you know, for someone that had to do the Imperial Salute, that's alright. Huh. Mayhap Miss Maria should be the one to present the vase? Reconstructed vase. If every component of an object were to be replaced, would the resulting object be fundamentally considered the same? Philosophers are unsure. Godbear does not care. I hope she likes it. Here goes nothing. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now, see here, Lady Duryoda, not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash. Lord Manderville, sir, I did not realize that you had arrived. That I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations and esteemed gentlemen such as yourself we must enjoy. I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Well, he's a little bit more covered at least. Oh, it does, my lady, it does indeed. Especially that exquisite vase over yonder. I thought I gathered from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Throne Dynasty collection. Ha! What a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Manderville do take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand told you so when he offered to investigate the duelist threats? Enough expository banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be the most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Guardban Manderville, the man who took Eoland Kilveron's seat in the Syndicate? It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years, of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review the facts with consenting Inspector Briardian. I hope I did not speak over much earlier. My wife would describe it as a proclivity to pontificate, but I prefer to think of it as an earnest desire to establish a rapport with my fellow men. Come, we have a thief to catch. Let us seek out Inspector Briardian at once. I think she likes it. I don't think she does. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Late Duryuda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jojampa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed alongside Late Duryuda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each road. The real treat blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads and in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Ha ha ha! A man so garishly dressed would be easy to find in snowy quarters. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come, or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Pray forgive my lateness. Great, my good man. What a pleasure to see you again. We just received information regarding the weapon thief. A victim describing him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in red, Spectre. Red. A ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit. Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing practical clothing? Haha, what reasons indeed? It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. Well, nice save. The demon breed continues to elude me, but no longer. Soon I shall claim my revenge and weapon both. Elixir. The three collectors. Inspector Hildibrand would have you accompany him to Cortes. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the Observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk in accordance with Inspector Briardian instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once. My redoubtable confederate, you are an experienced traveler, are you not? Why don't you lead the way to Cortes? I can just teleport there. The damnable demon bird continues to elude me, but no longer. Okay. I'm not entirely sure if they are the most welcoming or unwelcoming people ever, but weirdly they are both at the same time. Anyway. Hello. Hail to thee, fellow servants of justice. I take that you are one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade? Clearly you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us, more small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But sir, bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, this land is always so inhospitable. The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me to stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you, after administering the requisite beating. Good, you're still, wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates for mere moments before your arrival. Full eager to catch the thief, are we? Come, Nashu, which you must answer the call of duty. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my men near the east gates? You're undermanned over there. Roger that. Let's hope we can catch our thief. Remember, we're looking for a brute in red who wields a halberd. When you see the bastard, you come with me. No heroics. We take him together, understand? Got it. But if I'm forced into combat, I have 3 primals under my care. Any halberd-wielding mummers shall answer to me. You see that just now? No? I don't think my eyes were playing tricks on me, but there is only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector, over there, look! What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see. Haha, I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friend. Is Artemis? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment I thought you might have spotted you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu. We have lingered here over long. We must digress post haste. Better keep pretending I don't suspect it is him. Play a trap and stuff. This snowman is very unhappy. There is not out of the ordinary here either. No luck, huh? We have scoured every room of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he is waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I have fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12, is that the self-same spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It is buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore that the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should worst comes to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Come now, how hard can it be to find a large man dressed in red in Cortes? Yes. What? What? Where did he go? How did he go? This doesn't make any sense. What's going on here? Where has logic gone? Oh my goodness. Car, it's cold out here. Welcome to Cortes. Take your post, my good man, and entrust your safety to me. Inspector Hildibrand is ready for battle. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the self-same creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Greg, I've been meaning to ask. Why do you covet this weapon so? If you beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to the spear, but in other respects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade. To which was welded a musket barrel. It was one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearned to reclaim it. The strongest of spears. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Gah, now you call me Shirley? No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me. This spear and I have traveled together to the very end of heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have battered many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we are at an impasse. I wonder if I should interfere. Yeah, this is too entertaining. I can't believe it, I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught a weapon thief in the act. Being patient paid off. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man, who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. I believe that constitutes the confession, says Hem. A confession to what? I have done now to wrong. Bah, you all are beyond reason. Aha! Yes, my plan to secure Greg's confessions was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. How does he know the word coup de grace? Well, My plan is just far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impossible. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't. So let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Indeed. I can find some people. Which way did he go? Lahee, did you see? Let's you find my advice on supporting. I remind you that our duty supersedes any misbegotten notions of honor you may possess. Nah, a job done is a job done. His name isn't really Greg, is it? Gilgamesh, take note. I see you are in your natural position. Hello. Nashu, Miss Ali? Ah, my good man, it's a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the last, I understand we were fated to duel, you and I. Best me and you may have the spear. Fail, and your weapons are for fate. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it is a beginning time. Oh. You are also very tall. Battle on the big bridge, now accessible. Do not worry about me, my friend. I shall extricate myself in due time. Well, hang in there. I don't think this climate is very conducive for making you into a tree, though. Battle on the big bridge. In his quest to acquire the strongest of weapons, the notorious duelist Gilgamesh has long eluded the authorities. Until now, forced to take a stand at the impassable Griffin Crossing, he has challenged you to a duel, triumph, and he shall yield his latest prize. But should you fail, your weapons will be for fate. I can just buy more. The seed made them. Okay, now I need this. Oh boy. Average time 28 minutes. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. I need water. But at least it means it's popping, because the really bad one is above 30 minutes. So let's do what we do. Hunt fate. Skyfishing is the sole means of survival for countless Shigardian skyfishers, the strange denizens of the Sea of Clouds, crucial to maintaining the fishers' livelihoods. This is why when a giant bird with a seemingly insatiable appetite appears and begins devouring them all, the skyfishers take notice. Yeah. Very little is known about the void other than the laws that governs our realm do not always apply. In addition to one-eyed monstrosities, peculiar balls of fire, and nightmarish demons, oddities such as floating orbs of energy also periodically break through the boundaries that separate this realm from the void. Make no mistake, however, everything through those rifts does not belong in Eorzea and must be destroyed. Get less energetic. You finished that one, Ron. Bad. How did you get hurt this much? I'm not very good at this, sorry. Okay, get healed, Ron. Okay. Hmm? Boy, this thing is disgusting and tough. There we go. Thanks for the help. A part of Redhorn orgs has left the mountain's lair to raid the small folk villages. It's not enough that they steal their food, but they kidnap their women and children as well. The poor farmers have no means of stopping these voids and creatures. Here's their fate balance and the kindness of strange. Well, let's send them back to the void. Please, Bob. Many Finnish Guardian Knights have fallen into the Dravanian horde, but one dragon in particular has claimed more lives than most. Its name, Seps. The winged aberration must be slain if the souls of its victims are to rest in peace. This thing. Feel some actual fire. That one was tricky. boy. My job quests are all the way into Heavensward. The forces of the Helllock High Clan are feared even by their fellow Ixal for the lack of mercy they show their victims. Though it would be doing the Beast tribe a favor, it will not only be the Ixal who benefit from the slayings of the Hellocks. Hey, meet your goddess. Twice. Oh boy. Nobles and their pets, one day they will see some tiny creature from the window of their beloved carriage and they simply have to have it. That is, until it grows too large and violent for their quaint seaside villa, at which time they order their majordomo to toss it back to the wild. It now having learned to loathe all who might take advantage of it once again, until it finally has to be put down. Oh, it was a... Well, goodbye, Gavial. Didn't pay attention at the time. Oh boy. -30 and it didn't pop. Gozoitscan the Hatchet. Gozoitscan the Hatchet is famous for his endless raids into the Twelveswood to fell ancient sentinels, track down the feather fiend while he is perched in Natalan and see that he never swings an axe again. Is nobody doing roulette? Or didn't nobody do Hildibrand? I might considering traveling to another data center to get this done. Yeah, I'm going to another data center. 30 minutes already. Mecha Dragon. Okay. Let's try this. Let's log out. And for the first time ever, travel Lahee somewhere else. So let's see. Less than a minute to travel. Okay. The game's probably going to put me in Salamanca. Okay. Let's try again. 16 minutes. That's a much better time. And while you wait, I'm gonna do some housekeeping. Let's see, apply, can I? I can. Storm Sergeant second class. Ah. I need to complete this. Well, we have an objective. Tunnelan. East Shroud, East Shroud, North Shroud. Okay. So Eastern Tunnelan Sandgate. Oh wait, can I do these things? Because some... Oh, Bremopash, Outer Springs, I think I can. Some are in dungeons. East Eastern Tunnelan. Where is Sandgate? Oops. This is Eastern Tunnelan. Sandgate. Where are the Amalja? No, that's dry bone. There we go. The bramble patch. Okay. East Shroud, North Shroud. The bramble patch? Thought these guys were in Larksaw. There they are. Unfortunately, there is also a fate. Oh, crap. Oh, I got the hunting log. And now to the North Shroud, Outer Springs. Okay. If I remember correctly, the excelling is here. I remembered incorrectly. There we are. Well, that is resolved. What is not resolved is my battle on the big bridge. Boy, nobody's playing this day. Okay. That's not... "16 minutes, another... This is ridiculous. What is going on today?" Will I not be able to finish it today? I don't even know what I'm doing here. I clicked everything wrong here. Oh boy. Oh no, it's working. There we go. Come on. That guy's gonna skip, isn't he? He's not gonna rally out. Oh! They did. Okay. Let's do with a full party this time. The comedic time is a bit off, but we're gonna do this.
Go on, Enkidu. It's Toad, your favorite. Fine, I admit it. Fighting all 8 of you is just too much for me. Not? Ha! I lied! Everything! Why, I prepared! This was far from the strongest of spears. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious! I, just remembered something.
Yeah, you... Have you remembered I'm the warrior of light or something? Well, that's a lot of chickens.
Oh, I must say I quite enjoy these puzzles. I feel we've gained an understanding. An understanding? I will pound you, silly! Rocket punch!
Oh, I'm confused. I'm chicken. No, I'm frog. Just stay away from chickens.
I won't go down so easily.
You're going down pretty easily to me.
Well then. That's
Well,
enough of a beating for now.
what? Okay, I guess he escaped. Why, Greg? Why? Are you dead again, Inspector? How many swords did he drop while... wait, doesn't that one there just look like a laser sword? But even to my untrained eye, it is obviously a counterfeit blade, and so is this one. And this one, what in the world? Alone, yet still armed. In any case, he seemed satisfied with the halberd. We'll proceed with the delivery. Well, good. Oh, Vesper Bay. Ticket me. I can now turn this off. Okay. Where is Briardian and Hildibrand? Oh, there they are. Ha! It is more magnificent than I imagined. It will make a fine addition to my collection. Get a room, you two. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. Glad to help. Even if he escaped. Oh, well, that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be a thief. There you are, Inspector Briardian. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? You were just here. Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where is my treaty blade? But didn't I just give you the treaty blade? Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? Uh, I believe it is addressed to me. Condescending Inspector Briardian. Piss off. 400 years have I slept, 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine, I shall come to claim the lapse maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Very well. I, and I alone, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, once more accept your challenge. You want a challenge, huh? You stand and face me, you buffoon. Come on, Hildibrand, you can run faster. No, okay, you just falling with him. How dare you all laugh at a time like this, after allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Maria? Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing and to and fro, a pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy, not bad at all. You are indeed a Manderville man. Mark my face, oh phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the. The fiend dares to lay claim to the fair maid's virtue, as seeds of jealousy cooking within an inspector's soul. Can true love bloom in the battlefield? Will this Manderville man find his Manderville wife? Hildibrand will return in a case of indecency. Hey, what's with the goggles those men were wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely they'll give me a pair? I guess you'll find it next time. Well, that was certainly a day to remember. But it was a day. And I'm calling it one. And so am I. So, next Sunday at 7 p.m. Gentile Street, I'll be playing more Planet Crafters. And next Monday is a 24-hour maintenance to apply patch 7.2. So I cannot play Final Fantasy XIV next Monday, but I can play it on next Wednesday at 8 p.m. GMT+3. I do have a plan for Monday. I will be playing something else. I found a game that it will be quick enough to play. And it was one I was meaning to play like since forever and I never got the chance. Which should be interesting. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've been watching me on Twitch, you can check my VODs on YouTube. If you've been watching me on YouTube, you can find my VODs on Twitch. I am the Plane Shifter. He is Lahee Eshkree. And we are phasing out. Bye.